Right, so in today's video I'm going to be updating you on how the lawns are looking now that it's been around about a week since the iron application, and we're going to be getting on both lawns with some spring fertiliser too. So you can see the lawn is looking really nice at the moment. It's looking really green, and you know the main reason is because, like I said, last week it had the iron application. Lots of the yellowing has gone. There is still some yellow blades down there, a few dead grass blades, but nothing major. But you can see over near the wall where we had that moss, that's all died off. Even the moss near the front as well. And also we had a little bit of moss down at this corner, and you can see it's gone black. There's still a little bit of moss there, which obviously I must have missed with the sprayer, but for the most part it's actually died right back. You know, the overall colour of it is looking amazing at the moment, and if you just get down low you can see it has grown since it had a cut last week. So even though the temperatures aren't really warm yet and it's not going to be growing like absolute mad, you can still see that the lawn itself has grown quite significantly in just the 7 days since it was last cut. Even this lawn as well, you can see if it's come through now, you know, it's looking far greener than it did last week before we put the iron down. And if you just get down low you can see, you know, there is still, like I said on the other lawn, a little bit of yellowing, but you know, the actual overall colour of this lawn is, like I said before, looking so much better than it did last week. Now we didn't really have a moss problem on this lawn, and there's not really any moss coming up because the drainage is quite good, so that's something we don't need to worry about. But we are going to be getting on today, like I just said before, with a fertiliser on this lawn too. And I'd say this is the best this is lawns looking at this time of year anyway. So you know, the past couple of years, if you've been around on this channel for a while, you'll know that this lawn did look in a bit of a state at one point, but at the moment it's not looking too bad. So we're going to get on, we're going to give this lawn a quick cut. Again, we're on the third highest setting on the hater. I don't want to be bringing the level of the lawn down too low just yet, but I don't want to be leaving it too long either, because then, you know, even though it's had an application of iron, it can promote moss growth. But yeah, we'll give it a cut and then, yeah, get on with the fertiliser. So there you go. I think for, you know, late Feb, early March, it's not looking too bad. So the fertiliser that I'm going to be getting on the lawn today is the A1 Lawn Spring Summer Fertiliser. Now I know it's only late Feb now, but it's definitely the time to be getting on and giving your lawn its first feed, adding all those nutrients and nitrogen and everything else down into the lawn. Now it is a 10-4-4 mix, so there's a high content of nitrogen, which is going to be promoting some good growth, and then there's some stuff in there as well for the root development, and it also does contain a little bit of iron. Now this lawn has had an application of iron, which obviously greened up the lawn. It's killed off some of the moss that we had. But if you did watch last week's video, I didn't put the double dosage down, which you can do. So getting on this lawn with a little bit more iron in this product isn't going to do any damage to the lawn as it stands. So I'm using the Scotch spreader today. You can pick them up from anywhere between, you know, like 30 to 50 pound, I think, depending if you can get them on offer in garden centres and stuff like that. There are guidelines on the bag that tell you how much to put down. Usually I put the spreader onto setting 5, which means the holes aren't open too much because it is quite a small fertiliser, and I do 2 passes of the lawn, and that way I know it's going to get enough down onto the lawn, go in 2 different directions if you want to as well, because then that way you avoid missing any spaces too. Now in terms of when is best to get on with fertiliser like this, like a granular fertiliser, you want to be doing it before it rains. So at time of recording, it's a Saturday, and I think we have about 2 or 3 dry days now, and the temperatures are going to drop to 0 and then just below 0 over those couple of days. But the following days after that, we've got lots of rain coming, and the temperatures come back up as well. So it's definitely time to get on. Some people might say, you know, avoid the frost, do it when after the last frost, but you don't need to. You'll be absolutely fine. All you're doing is promoting that growth in your lawn, and as long as you're getting on and cutting it regularly, which I'm going to be doing, which, you know, I'll be getting on cutting it at least once a week for the next few weeks now, there's no harm in getting on with a fertiliser like this. Piccadilly Circus here today. And there we go, my nice stripes didn't last too long. Best part, 5 minutes. Now you can set the drop spreader to a higher setting, so you only have to do 1 pass, because if you've got a massive garden, doing 2 passes will take quite a long time. But the advantage of doing it this way is that you're less likely to leave any spaces on your lawn where you haven't put any fertilisers down. So like I said, going one way and going another way is a great way to avoid that. But I just know with this lawn being the size that it is, and I've fertilised it like 1,000,000 times now, I know the right sort of application rate, and I know going up and down the lawn twice is going to give me decent results. So let's get the Bosch lawnmower out, let's give the veg a cut, and we'll get that fertilised as well. Not make some nice wobbly stripes. Some of you might wonder why I cut this lawn with the Bosch and the front lawn with the Hater, and the reason being is because there's a lot of twigs on this lawn. There's lots of pieces of bark and things from the front that the housing developers put down, and often when you go across you can just hear them getting cut inside, you know, with the blades of the lawnmower. So I get on with the Bosch because, you know, I'm not too fussed much about that blade. I only really use it on this lawn. So yeah, that's the reason why I use the second lawnmower. Now we're still quite a few weeks away from actually getting on this lawn with the scarifier and doing a full renovation. I'm planning to do that towards the end of March, early April time, which is going to be happening to this lawn and also that grass verge at the front as well. So putting this application of fertiliser down now is a great idea because it gives it a month of feed, it gets it actively growing, it thickens up the actual grass, and then when it comes to scarifying it and to renovating it completely, we can see which areas we really need to work on most. So even though it is the ground temperature that does determine how well the grass is growing, it's quite warm at the moment here, and the actual soil itself does get up to temperature once it's sitting baking in the sun. However, if your lawn is in the shade, you can see this part of my lawn's in the shade here, it's really thin compared to the rest of it. So if you have got a shady lawn, it's just going to take that little bit of time for the sun to actually get onto it, take it a little bit longer to recover, to actually get your lawn thickening out. So even though this lawn is looking decent at the front of the house now, the one in the back garden is looking a state because it is sitting in the shade. And just a quick update of the back lawns as well, because I know a lot of people have commented on my videos over the past few weeks to say that their lawns are sort of in a similar condition to this. You can see obviously it's still all dead over there, but this part of the lawn isn't looking horrendous. It is starting to recover ever so slowly, but you can see all these lighter patches. We've got quite a bit of weed grass in this lawn, so that's something I'm going to be tackling in a later video. And this lawn up at the top is actually starting to recover quite nicely. Still looks horrendous, and compared to the front it doesn't look great at all, but I am going to be getting on this with an application of fertiliser too to give this a bit of a boost. But I'm going to wait about another week. As you can see now, the sun is starting to get onto this part of the lawn, so I've got a feeling this first half is going to recover quite well, and this side's going to take it a little bit longer, but you know, all in good time. It's still early doors, it's late Feb of time of recording, and yeah, we're nearly there at the proper lawn care season. And I'll be posting an update video next week too, to keep you up to date with how this lawn is looking and how the grass verge is looking too. So hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you found it useful, feel free to give it a like, and if you'd like to continue watching more of these lawn care videos where I'm going to be taking this lawn and reviving it, getting it looking really nice, doing the same with the top and maintaining the front two lawns too, or if you want to check out any of my garden renovation, then head over to my channel, check out those videos, and if you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. Finally, thanks for watching.